Hey everybody, it's Austin Ward back for a throwback BuckIQ here at Lettermen Row.
Way throwback.
We're going back in time here, and we're actually looking. Zach Boren's been breaking down everybody defensively all year. Today, he's breaking down Zach Boren.
Oh.
It's the week of the game, the 2012 one, Zach. Unforgettable for everybody who watched it, the undefeated team, and for you, had to be pretty special to be part of that.
It was. That was by far probably the most fun game I've ever played in. I played in the Rose Bowl, the Sugar Bowl, even played in some huge games in high school. But that senior year to go 12-0 in 2012 was by far the most anticipation I've had for a game, the most fun I've had for the game during and after. And just as a team atmosphere, it was by far, I've never felt closer to a group of 105 guys than I did on that Saturday.
What is it like, Zach, to go through that week? I've been around it. I've been in the Woody. I know it's time for wars, blaring nonstop. But the feeling to be in that rivalry, you know it's coming all week. What is the preparation like? And then when Saturday arrives, I know it feels different for you, but put it in words for me.
Honestly, it's the best week of your life. Those 4 weeks that I got to experience, I will never be able to experience that ever again. Even as a coach, you don't get the full experience. I mean, from Sunday with the band being there and doing Script Ohio and doing all those things, throughout the week, just knowing the preparation, you're putting in more time, you're getting your body that more ready for that game. And then obviously Thursday, senior tackle, it's Thanksgiving. So it's just a really cool atmosphere. You get to send the seniors out on a cool note, and then that game. I mean, just waking up that morning, you just get up and you are ready to go. It's almost, what Baker Mayfield just said he woke up and felt dangerous, right, last week. So it's one of those things where you just wake up and you feel dangerous. It's one of those things where you hit harder in that game, you run faster in that game, and it's not because you're given extra effort or whatever. It's just that's what happens in that game. You get into the emotions of the game, and your body takes over.
That one was unforgettable, and Zach Boren left some unforgettable moments on film for us to break down.
Oh, man.
One in particular that I know that you all will recognize pretty well for some pictures still around town. So we're going to break all that down here on a throwback BuckIQ ahead of the game with Zach Boren. Let's roll the tape.
6, which is the mark in 1986. Gardner lost the football as he wound up, and it is being rolled a fumble and a recovery by Zach Boren of Ohio State.
All right, Zach, let's have a little fun here. Let's relive 2012.
Oh, man, here we go.
Right off the bat, a big play early on in that first quarter. Anytime a defensive guy gets a football in his hands, that's got to be feeling pretty good.
No doubt. It's bringing me back to the game plan. It's crazy how much of this game plan I know. What we knew is third down here against Michigan is that they normally went 6-man protect, right? They would try and spread us out. They try to run a 6-man protect, either screen passes or legit passing downfield, right?
Yeah.
So one of our big game plans, if you run it back, is we were going to show blitz kind of like they do now, and we're going to run games with the 3 stand-up guys. What you'll see is Nathan Williams sits back here, is spying on the running back, right, in case there's that screen coming. You've got the 3 guys here rushing, having a one-on-one rush with the tackle in the nose. Then Ryan and I here are playing a twist game. We're both blitzing. He's gonna go, then I'm gonna come back around. It was a twist game to essentially play a game on this guard, and then if the center were to peel back, they would have to have one-on-one blocks against us.
You talk about having these flashbacks. I remember seeing 92 and 8 kind of get going for the first time. That reminds me that John Simon, how emotional that day was for him.
Yep.
I wonder when did you really know that, hey, we're not going to have one of our heart and soul guys out there?
We didn't know we weren't going to have John till right before the game. So we knew John was over at the stadium about 6 a.m. in the morning. He actually was having surgery in the stadium. Dr. Caden was opening up his knee, and they were trying to take as much fluid out. We thought for sure he was going to play, but we didn't find out till really when warm-ups were done that he wasn't going to be able to go. But yeah, I mean, you see 92, you see 8. Both those guys showed up huge in this game. Obviously, you got Ryan Shazier, who was one of the best linebackers in the history of Ohio State. And yeah, even Nathan Williams, a senior, who really played well in that really well in that game. You had all 11 silver bullets flying to the football.
What about us? That's a pretty impressive scoop there on that fumble.
Oh man, I should have scooped and scored, not fell down. That would have been something else if I would have returned it for a touchdown.
Well, I think that you were able to still make some highlights in this game that you won't forget. So you move on
to Ohio State, and Rich Rodriguez became the coach. Thomas Rawls stop behind the line of defense, and he's been tremendous in that role.
Yeah, and right here, just he fills the hole, and Michigan's a little confused on their blocking schemes. We talked to Luke Fickell. He said the defense improved when Zach Boren.
A little bit later here, you've got the fumble, and this is just number 44 playing some hard-nosed middle linebacker.
Here you go. This was just a lead draw play that they would run all the time. We knew power eye football, right? Let's go. They're coming downhill. Here you go. You see it. I knew Shazier was playing on my weak side, so I'm able to play off on the center a little bit, come and get my nose in there and make the play and get a little tackle for a loss. But, yeah, you'll see it right here. I know Ryan's got this gap. I'm responsible for this gap. You got 18 Sabino playing out here. This is typical pro eye football. Obviously, Flo's coming here. I see a flash of a gap here, so I'm able to flow and then come back down, see the read, come back underneath, and there you go, make the play.
How long did it take, if for those who forgot, that Zach Boren did not play linebacker that whole year, moved over in the middle of the season. Clearly you look at home at this position in this game. How long did it take for you to really start to feel like a middle linebacker?
Do you know what? I hate to say it, kind of game one.
Really?
Right? I went out against Indiana and kind of game one. It's one of those things that I'd been playing since I was 6 years old, and it's kind of like riding a bike, right?
Okay.
I obviously, Coach Fickell worked with me a ton, but once you get out there and the game starts playing, it's a feel, right? I know Flo's coming this way, so I'm seeing Flo. I see the gap open. I'm going to shoot it. I'm going to, throw my hands off so he can't get a hand on me, and I'm going to come up and make the play. He's funneled in here. Ryan's here. I'm here. Sabino's playing in here. If he bounced, obviously you got Hakens and Sabino playing over top.
Yep.
But yeah, let's just get to the football and cause some pain.
Cause some pain. I'm glad that you said that, because here we go.
Look out! Zach Boren levels Gardner.
It's again set off the deep ball off the play action. This time it's covered downfield well. Then Zach Boren comes in with the finish. When we talk about one-step and wrap, two-step and squeeze, and run through your target. We've seen that on both.
This is it. Everybody, this is on walls all over Columbus. Autographed pictures. I'm sure you've signed it 1,000 times. This is it right here, standing over a Michigan quarterback with a huge sack in the game.
So here we go. We'll be, if you run this back, it's really cover 8 here, right? So I've got no reason going, blitzing on this play. But in typical cover 8 defense at Ohio State, we're playing the Mike linebacker, you're playing off of number 3. Right now, my number 3 is this Y that's sitting here. So what you'll see, he stays in and Flo's coming this way, which if there's any kind of play fake and roll, we're allowed to go. Granted, Gardner kind of stays in the pocket. But, yeah, I saw light kind of like that last play, and I just went. And if you see the back end picture, if you keep on rolling the tape and you go this back end, you'll see Ryan's and my footwork is exactly the same. You'll see what look, Coach Fick teaches.
Well, this is
yeah, we taught this in practice. If you couldn't tell, we see fake. We're starting to bail out, except Ryan bails out because he's really playing over top over here because he's off at number 2, so he's playing right here in the middle. And me, my number 3 is right here, so I get my eyes to him. As you'll see, my eyes go here. He stays in. I kind of get to a point. I'm like, all right, screw it, we're going. And that's it. That's the play.
Does a guy get graded down at all, Zach? If this wasn't that rollout, I think that you said that's your green light.
Yeah.
Is it enough of a gray area that you're okay? And obviously you made the play, but I'm just now you've got that coaching perspective.
It's definitely okay because if you look at the back end, you'll definitely see I was definitely doing my responsibility. It's kind of one of those feel things, right? And we've talked about it all year as a linebacker. You know what your responsibilities are, but 95% of the game is read and react. Your reactions to the game when it is coming at you live 100 miles per hour. It's, are you making the right reads? Are you doing the right things? Here in this situation, it's just what I felt. What I felt needed to be done. We knew, hey, they were going for more of a home run after the fake, and as soon as I saw my number 3, got my eyes there, and as soon as I saw number 3 in the tackle pin out, I knew there was space, and so I just took it, and it was literally one of those read and react type situations.
All right, right here. Does 44 say anything?
He said a couple things. Said a couple things. What happened was, the play before this is there was a little bit of an altercation between one of our defensive linemen and one of their offensive linemen, and me being the guy, a lot of people know I can't keep my mouth shut when it comes to things, right? So I got into a little bit of a scrum with the offensive lineman before this. Well, quarterback always is supposed to stay out.
Yeah.
For some reason, Devin Gardner thought it was his place to get in the middle of the scrum when I was trying to get in the middle of it.
Yep.
So the very next play was this play, and there were some words to be said to him.
Well, that's the way the rivalry works, right? Lots of things that we can't run on BuckIQ, but this insight one of the all-time greats and one of the most storied rivalries in all of sports. A great game, the 2012 game, the undefeated team. Zach Boren made some memories that will never be forgotten. Fun reliving it with you, Zach.
It was fun. It was a fun game.
Another version coming up on Saturday, Ohio State and Michigan, the game. We'll be breaking that down on BuckIQs with Zach. This has been a throwback version. So for Zach Boren, I'm Austin Ward. We'll see you next time at Lettermen Row.